Alright boys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing another tier list. I know I only did one like last week, but I haven't done an element tier list for a long time, and that's because there's been like no major changes to elements, except in the recent update where they added races. So races affect the way that certain elements work depending on what race you have. So I'd say this tier list is right for the most part, apart from the fact this would be if you're using no race. Like, this tier list would be very good if you weren't including races in any of it. Although I may move this up to there and this to here. Now this tier list is very good if you have no elements. So, this is the final tier list. This tier list, perfect. Very good tier list. Very nice. And now we go on to the races. So, first of all, let's say you're a shark user, just for example. Let's say you're a shark user. Let's check water up here. That's not water, my bad. Let's check water up here. Water's obviously going to be the best element if you're a shark user, because it buffs all the damage. Now, I believe it only buffs water. It does not buff acid or anything. But the thing is, if you are fighting a cobra user, not a cobra user, sorry, a snake user, this is gonna go right down to really trash, like at the very bottom, because snakes are just unkillable with acid, like literally. It actually heals them instead of taking damage, so it's beyond really trash. Like, I might even add a new tier. I'm not sure if I can do that. Add a row below. Yeah, let's add one here. So let's do this as a category. So bad that it helps the enemy. Let's change the color. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's change the color of it real quick to blue. So bad it helps the enemy. So of course acid is going to go in this because acid is absolutely awful against a snake, as I've already said. So this is basically the tier list for if you are a shark user. Basically, if you're fighting anyone Z rank, there's always a chance there's going to be a Cobra user. You're better off just not using Acid in your moveset. Even though it has a high damage output, you should have two movesets. One with Acid, which would be your main moveset, and then one without Acid, which would be your one for fighting snakes. So yeah, this would be like if you're a shark fighting a snake, and this would just be if you're a shark normally. So now that we got that out of the way, what other things should we do? Let's do snake. Let's do a snake tier list. So I'm not sure, but even if you're a snake fighting another snake, it's so bad. Acid is so useless because it doesn't even. I don't believe snake boosts the damage of acid at all. Let's just move liquid back down here temporarily. Yeah, but it does not boost damage at all. We also have the new addition of puppets, which get rid of burn damage, and it's not that great of an ability in all honesty. It does not even nerf Pyromania that much. It definitely nerfs fire and combustion a decent amount, but still not to the point of electric. Electric is still garbage. What other races are there? We got Celestial. I don't believe that buffs any element in particular. And we also have Shinobi, also doesn't buff anything. So Shark, Snake are the only ones that actually are affected by elements. So, this is pretty much a decent tier list so far. This would be like, if I chuck this up here, this is the most general tier list, I'd say. Like, fit for any race. If you want a moveset that works on most races, and you're a shark, this is a good tier list, and then you got this. I can't remember if sharks get healed by water damage, though. That's the problem. I might have to look that up, but, yeah. One sec. I'm gonna go look that up. Okay, so I just checked out my video on tier list ranking. You should check that out, you know. It's at the end of the video, probably at the top of the screen right now. But, yeah, sharks do half the damage of water. So, if you are two sharks fighting each other, you're better off not using water at all. Because it multiplies the damage of water by 1.5, but then it halves it. So you'd be doing like 75% of the usual water damage, which would be like really trash to you. So this can stay in best for now, but if two sharks are fighting each other, there's no point using water at all. Unless the water has a splash effect. Like the water element has a splash effect, then it would do like a lot more damage, like about 3 times damage, I believe. Something like that, because I think all water damage... Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, water elements and water Genkais, they do 2 times damage, and then if they have a splash effect, they do 1.5 times on top of that. So yeah, that is 3 times. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I believe that's right. So this is, again, really hard to rank. Okay, let's just say... Okay, I think this tier list is good. I think this is a decent tier list. There's not much things that stand out on this tier list, but yeah. The thing with fire damage and Puppet is that you can actually damage Puppet with fire. That's why it's not in so bad it helps the enemy or really trash. But it just removes the burn damage. That's why Paramania is still in good, because even if you used it against a Puppet, it would still do about 50k. Which is still a lot of damage. So, I might actually move these up, because they have not been nerfed that bad. To about that. And I think that's a good race tier list, you know? Like, if you're using any of the races, you want to use these elements. Definitely don't use Acid if you're Z rank. Or over. Like, don't use Acid, because it just makes Snake so much more OP if you use Acid. That's why I ranked it at the top in my tier list video. Because currently Acid is in the meta, everyone uses it. If you're a Snake, you basically just get carried. And especially if you cover up your body so they can't tell you're a Snake, and then you've really got them good. They won't have a clue that they're healing you. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video. It's a short one because, you know, there's not that much to add. It's literally just an element tier list. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, just subscribe. It helps. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye.